Hello and welcome to the long-awaited, highly anticipated mini spoiler mode of Shenmue the Animation. Bradley Ellis. Been trying to get you here for a while. Things are, little scheduling things. It moves slow around here. Week by week, something pops up. That's another week. Another thing pops up. Another week goes by.
Yeah.
We're finally here. And Shenmue the Animation is over. And you know I am pumped on this anime, Brad.
Right, yeah.
Everyone knows this. We, if you missed our first episode, we talked about the Shenmue 1 adaptation. That was the first roughly 6 episodes or so. Now we're in 2. We just finished that. Brad, how did it treat you?
I liked it.
Oh, jeez. But
I like the game. I like part 1 more.
Yeah.
Just because I like the town and just like the vibe and everything more. But it was good. The only thing is, I guess, with it, it's just impossible because it's, they've streamlined it. Some things are kind of cut or move pretty, a lot faster than I'd expected sometimes. Sometimes I wish I had a little more breathing room, but overall, I'd say it's a really great adaptation, especially since it sticks so close to the games.
So close to the games. So close. And I think there's a really nice balance, Brad. I think the balance of respecting the games while also being well written enough to be streamlined for people that have no affiliation with the games. You know? It feels like 13 episodes, you could hop into this, have no idea what the games are about, and come away with a way better understanding.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Shenmue's not the most complex story, which isn't a bad thing at all. It's getting revenge kind of thing, tracking clues down, learning some stuff. But yeah, I think they did a really good job. I mean, I think the animation was pretty good. Yeah, dude. Some of the fight scenes are pretty cool. And it was just sick to see these characters that I just picture as Dreamcast characters, come to life in animation.
Yeah. So Brad, part 2, picks up Ryu on the trail of Londi and trying to find his dad. We meet, let's just get right into it. We meet one of my favorite characters in this whole series, Li Xiaotao.
Right.
Zhu Ying. I'm so bad with the pronunciations. Zhu Ying Hong is her real name, I believe. And I feel like we got more of that in the anime. It still goes into her and her brother a little bit.
There's a lot of scenes of her kind of by herself.
Yes.
Those weren't in the game.
A little bit of that.
Just a little. Okay.
Yeah. But
it fleshed her out maybe a little more.
She had parts where she would just show up extra, in the anime, just more of her. So it was so awesome. Love her subplot. Love the way they handled all that. One of my favorite ones is when Diu or whatever is going to take out Rio, and she just shows up.
Yeah.
Stare down.
She's very high power level for sure.
Yes.
Part 2, you get to meet a lot more characters, I would say, than
Quite a bit.
Joy. What's the young boy's name? Wong, right?
Yep.
Pickpocket, all that stuff, and all those thugs.
I feel like there was a little more there too.
Ren, probably fleshing that out a little more. Yeah, someone who loves the games. How did you feel about the extra stuff? Do you think
God, I loved it.
Just strengthened it?
Yeah, because they focused on the right characters. More
the
Joy.
Main ones.
I always just call her Li Xiaotao. I love that name. More Joy, more Li Xiaotao, more Wong. I feel like it took away a lot of the other stuff, not directly crucial to the main plot.
The people that taught him the 4 woodoos or whatever, maybe.
Yeah, that seemed a little quicker. But then they go into the one that had his that the student became a street performer. Remember that?
Right, I do remember that. Yeah,
sees him. I love that stuff.
Yeah, that is cool.
And the underground fighting pits. Brad, I thought, I don't know what it is. There's it's maybe it's friendly. It doesn't seem as friendly as it should be. The Yakuza Shenmue uneasy alliance here, but I feel like this proved that Yakuza could be such a sick anime. I mean, we already know that.
Yeah.
This team now needs to make Yakuza next. Because, like, Shenmue 2 goes into all that shit about freaking the Chi-Yu-Min, underground fighting rings, gambling, bookies, like, so much of the criminal element is highlighted in Shenmue 2. There were parts when I was like, shit, this is so Yakuza right now.
Yeah, I mean, Yakuza, took the Shenmue blueprint kind of and just built off that, and it's a huge success nowadays. And I feel like, no offense to Ryo, but like Kiryu is just like insanely popular. Like people love that character, and for good reason.
Make that anime.
I think like Yakuza has like a lot of characters people really love, so I think it could do. And there's so much Yakuza material already.
And like how heightened the battles could be in Yakuza.
Yeah.
Because Shenmue has like it's grounded.
Shenmue is like more martial arts kind of, like respecting the art. And I mean, there's stuff like that in Yakuza, I guess, but like it's more like, it could be more like beat down, a little more insane, like more aggressive, like, hitting someone with a fucking bike or something like that, or hit with like a ball. You're not going to see Ryo really do stuff like that. He fights clean.
Yeah, he does. So many good fights in this, but the finale, Brad. You want to talk about additions?
Mm-hmm.
This, to me, couldn't have asked for anything more. This was the best addition they did. In the game, Londi flies away.
Mm-hmm.
In the anime, Bastard lands on the roof for a little scuffle with Ryo.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Little something, yeah.
Loved it, dude.
Yeah, because you don't...
Still gets whooped.
Yeah,
just like you're not strong enough.
Yeah, of course.
That final fight, like all of that, first with Londi, then with Jono or whatever, and then they're just.
Do you think Yu Suzuki approved of that?
Absolutely, he was involved.
So, you loved a lot about the second part.
Mm-hmm.
Like part one, I remember you were kind of bummed about the forklift not really being present. Was there anything in part two?
The job, like jobs, working a job, just meeting people, like the boxes, the box guy. You lift the boxes at the job, and could have gone for maybe some of that.
Okay.
Like, I get why they cut some things totally. In a perfect dream world, there's like 4 more pure filler epides. Where it's legitimately
just him
filler.
Yeah.
Going to the arcade, going to the job. Like,
sure, yeah.
Just random side stories. Like, let's pause the storyline for a minute.
It's pretty tight, I guess, in a sense. Yeah.
Which also is a point of praise as well, a compliment.
Sure.
Because I feel like for those 13 weeks, it just breezed on by.
Yeah.
It breezed on by. The stakes, it maintained the stakes. It didn't ever drag.
Yeah, I wonder if they like filled out some things more with like him messing around in town, if it would have dragged for people.
Yeah. Maybe if they had like one filler episode.
Yeah, maybe one.
Maybe one for each part. Like,
yeah.
2 total.
Yeah. So are we going to get part 3, I wonder?
Great question. I'm glad you said that. Great segue, Brad, because they cut out the true ending of Shenmue 2. For the anime, which completely makes sense. It's the very, very long walk to Bailu Village with Shenhua, finding the cave. Like, that's so much.
Yeah, of 2.
So they cut that out completely, which makes sense. They ended on a dramatic high note.
Yeah.
An adventurous high note. I mean, people are begging. The numbers were good on Crunchyroll.
Did you personally check them?
They were the good people out there on the fan sites, were revealing the numbers at all times,
nice.
and it was like over 1 million total.
Oh, okay.
For each episode.
Yeah, I wonder what they consider a success. I don't know. Yeah,
it seemed good to me.
Sure. Yeah.
It was like 700,000 on Crunchyroll and like 700,000 on Adult Swim or whatever.
Oh, right. It's on TV also.
Yeah, it was like because the simulcast.
Was it dubbed on TV?
One of those, yeah. I think
okay.
So.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, they didn't get Corey Marshall back, unfortunately.
Right.
So I just watched Japanese.
I wonder how many episodes do you think part 3 would be?
I mean, if this was 13,
you think it could be 7 or 6?
Yeah, they could do like an 8 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But they gotta also bring in some of that Shenmue 2 content, which adds some length. I mean, that's an entire.
Right.
You could theoretically make that 2 episodes. I could probably do 1.
Maybe
Walking
1.
the whole time, get to the cave is like a whole episode.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, the future, Brad, I don't know. Like we're coming up on the Keeleys. I don't know what to expect from this franchise now. There have been so many rumors going on from publishers out there fanning the flames of Shenmue 4. We live in a remake era. We could remake this thing.
I've really thought about that.
It's a small enough scale where you could remake Shenmue 1
Like, what if with
hyper-realistic graphics?
The Yakuza team just remade 1?
That would be insane. Feel free. Feel free.
If Sega wanted to take another shot at it, I guess. Don't know.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Maybe, like, modernize it, I guess, a little more for people.
That's what Yu Suzuki was saying about if he gets to make 4, he's gonna be more... He straight up admitted it. He was like, yo, things like fast travel, probably going to be there.
Yeah. I'm really curious about the combat, if he'll change that.
Mm-hmm. Hire that seafood team.
Yeah.
Hire them.
Yeah, they're a great team, yeah. Might be expensive.
The anime, on a closing note, Brad, I feel like the anime was so good for me.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it so much that if they want to continue the story in animation form...
Yeah, sure, continue it.
I won't... It'll be bittersweet. I'm not going to say I won't care. It'll be bittersweet. It'll be like a sadness, no more games, but like, okay, we're going to get to see this through in a badass way.
Yeah.
I thought it was so excellent.
Yeah, I don't know what other medium you could want for it to finish it. I guess it's the second best one you can do.
Yeah. Unless they scale it down and make like a beat 'em up or something, or like just completely different.
Visual novel
Shenmue. Who knows? Any closing comments for you, Brad, about this anime?
You're
not as invested in the games.
I think about, I guess, in video game adaptations, and currently what I can think of right now, it's one of the closest I can think of that follows the games that I can think of off the top of my head. I don't think it's the best game adaptation, but I think it's one of the strongest, especially
one of the most faithful.
Yeah, especially following the games. I think it's really good, and I think if you're curious about Shenmue, like, this is a good way to get into it.
Hear that?
Because playing.
Did you hear that?
As a not hardcore Shenmue fan, going back to those games can be kind of rough, probably for some people.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Especially if you haven't played a lot of games from that era, I guess.
Fair enough.
This is a streamlined kind of way to get into it, and maybe that'll get more people into the games.
Absolutely. Just
take all the wins you can get. Shenmue.
Yeah, you just embrace the tank controls for the first hour, and then it's fine. You're feeling it.
And the combat.
Yeah. Hey, in the first one, it's sick.
Yeah, it's all right.
Love that combat.
Yeah, it's all right.
Elbow?
Yeah, elbow's cool. The elbow is cool.
Boom.
It is cool.
All right, that was Shenmue the Animation. It's wrapped up. That was... Couldn't have asked for anything more. Truly a gift of 13 weeks of new Shenmue content. I'm sad it's over, but I'm grateful, because all good things must come to an end.
But that will exist. That anime will exist forever.
Yep, I'm going to rewatch it at some point.
There you go, yeah.
Definitely going to
every year.
Streaming Shenmue at some point. So
it's been a while.
If I haven't already started those streams, look out for those.
Yep.
And Brad, thanks for watching it. You're the only person I know in
really?
in the flesh.
Damn.
That's watched it.
Dang.
What can you do? Shenmue, it's not going anywhere. Check it out. Check your local listings. Love and respect.